Grammarly provides a bunch of different suggestions to improve the correctness and style of your writing. Different colors denote different suggestion types. These are correctness suggestions.
Big ideas don't come easy. But when you get one, use that moment of clarity to create a new reality. To turn your pastime into your full-time. Your personal style into your signature brand. Your homemade recipe into a household name. Your daydream into your dream job.
Alright, young boy. Alright.
Unlock the world's largest, most liquid financial market with Forex.com. Forex, or FX, involves trading one currency for another. It's a big deal with a daily turnover of $7.5 trillion. Forex markets are super liquid, ever-changing, and available 24/5. That means one thing.
Alright, hold on. I gotta make sure everything good and cordial. Because oh yeah. Okay. Alright, we good? You good? You good? You good? Alright. Alright, we good. Y'all hear? Oh my god! Fucking hell! Stop. Hold on, I'm lagging. Alright, we good. Oh my god! Fucking hell! Stop.
In February of 2023, a YouTuber named Flex uploaded a disturbing video titled Solo Overnight Camping in Deserted Farm to his channel, The Flex Tapes. His channel focuses on urban exploration and wild camping adventures, often in abandoned or remote locations across the UK. In this particular video, Flex decides to return to an abandoned farmhouse he had previously visited for a paranormal investigation. What makes this exploration particularly unsettling is that he chooses to spend the night there completely alone. The farmhouse, once owned by a poet, sits isolated in the middle of nowhere, surrounded only by empty fields and the occasional distant building.
Hold on, check mic, 1 2 1 2.
Often in abandoned or remote locations across the UK. In this particular video, Flex decides to return to an abandoned farmhouse he had previously visited for a paranormal investigation. What makes this exploration particularly unsettling is that he chooses to spend the night there completely alone.
My fault, I'm looking at my own shit.
Sits isolated in the middle of nowhere, surrounded only by empty fields and the occasional distant building.
Oh yeah, we there. That's all I needed to know. Oh yeah, let's continue, my nigga.
Flex begins his journey in the late afternoon, around 4:30 p.m., making his way across several fields to reach the abandoned farmhouse.
Me and Dan came to this, I think it was last year, and we did some paranormal stuff in there. Now, there was quite good responses. So basically what I've decided to do is, I'm fairly used to this place now. I'm used to where I am, happy with my surroundings. But I'm going to go back and I'm going to spend the night there on my own. It should be fine. I've been there at night before. I mean, should be fine. Yeah, join me in a second.
As he approaches, the dilapidated stone structure comes into view, standing eerily against the darkening sky. Upon entering the house, Flex finds it largely unchanged, a decaying time capsule of rural life. The interior is in an advanced state of deterioration, with peeling wallpaper, collapsed ceilings, and debris scattered across every room. Despite the decay, remnants of the home's former life remain eerily intact.
I cannot find my lighter.
Yeah, it's just a really, really old farmhouse. There's not really a lot in here. But the reason I want to do this is because of what we found last time paranormal-wise, and it was a bit strange. So there's a bed upstairs in one of the bedrooms, if I remember rightly, so we're going to go and have a look.
What was paranormal that, like, sense?
Not feeling good
what
about
did you
it.
sense? Like, a curtain move, my
So we're
nigga?
upstairs, and not a lot has changed. This bed is ruined. This isn't the bed I'm going to sleep in. I just love this. I love how that's still there, and the curtains. I just love that, and just thinking about, when was that last used? Who was the last person to look in that mirror? Right, so the bed is, it's not the best, but I've got a sleeping bag. This room is probably the best.
Upstairs, Flex finds the bedroom where he plans to spend the night. The room contains a metal-framed bed with a stained, filthy mattress. Despite the decaying condition, he sets up his sleeping bag on top, determined to complete his overnight challenge.
Oh man, this is mental. I haven't heard anything, so I think I'm far enough away from everything. There's no cars, there should be no farms, should be no people. I should be fine. Yeah, it's the wind. So I don't know if you can hear that, it is really windy outside. Thankfully, I've got the only room with a working window. Isn't that nice? I think paranoia. When I get quiet, I go quiet. You start to hear things, and I think it's like the paranoia, the wonder of being on my own, and like every little noise is like, damn, what's that? Like, what is that? You know what I mean? So, what I was saying before, I need to keep talking, I need to keep busy, I need to keep occupied.
As night falls completely, Flex returns to his chosen bedroom and prepares for sleep, setting up a night vision camera to record while he rests. The wind howls. Setting up a night vision camera, Flex returns to his chosen bedroom and prepares for sleep, setting up a night vision camera to record while he rests. The wind howls outside, creating an eerie soundtrack to his stay. After several hours of restless sleep, Flex is suddenly awakened by what appears to be flashlight beams. Then, suddenly, something disturbing happens that changes everything.
I dare you to let me build you a completely free e-commerce store preloaded with 20 handpicked.
Hell no. That's one of them Home Alone sounds. When you Home Alone, you just get the hearing shit. You start looking around. You gotta start making sounds too. Hey. I understand your pain. I understand your pain.
Shit.
Damn, nigga. You Ugh. That's him? Wait, who was that? That's him?
Flex freezes, terrified as he spots what appears to be someone approaching, moving through the house. He remains perfectly still, afraid to make any noise that might alert the intruder to his presence. After several tense minutes of waiting, Flex decides he needs to escape. He slowly begins packing his gear, and after the intruder appears to leave, he makes his escape. Moving as quietly as possible in the dark, decaying house, he navigates down the stairs and through the debris-filled rooms before finally making it out into the night.
Right, so luckily I had no lights on, so that won't be given away that anyone was in there. Maybe instantly just a farmer checking the place out, I don't know.
Flex never discovers who entered the farmhouse that night, leaving viewers to wonder about the strange encounter in this deserted farm.
I'm nearly back at the road. Look at this, I don't know if you can see the eyes. Yeah, the eyes of the sheep. It's like Silence of the Lambs.
This right here is Colin, who in October of 2023 uploaded a chilling video titled Explore an Abandoned Hospital at Night to his channel, The Bearded Explorers. His channel typically focuses on exploring abandoned and derelict locations throughout the UK. This time, Colin decided to explore an abandoned hospital known as the Royal Hospital Haslar in England. Built in 1753, this building served as Britain's first naval hospital and was once both the largest hospital and brick-built building in England. After 256 years of operation, it finally closed its doors in 2009, becoming the last military hospital in the country to shut down. But according to local legends and numerous reports from former staff, not all of its occupants have left. The hospital is rumored to be home to several spirits, including a nurse who committed suicide, a little girl who died in a fire, and numerous patients who met unfortunate ends within its walls. Colin begins his exploration by sneaking into the hospital through the basement, explaining that security has become increasingly vigilant about trespassers. Making his way to the main entrance, he points out the historical significance of the building, noting the train tracks still visible on the floor that once transported injured sailors from the docks.
Trains, carriages, I don't know. On here, if they could be treated, they would be taken into the wards, and if they couldn't, they would go straight down to the church and get buried. And there is a mass grave out there. 10,000 people buried in that area.
That's 10,000 spirits in that bit.
Oh, this is so creepy.
Yeah, you should.
Oh, there's a bat. A little bat flying around. It's eerily quiet in here. Like you could hear a pin drop. Literally, there's no wind out there today. Okay, let's go.
But this peaceful, if unsettling, exploration is about to take a disturbing turn. Just 5 minutes into his journey through the hospital, Colin experiences the first of many unexplained events that will occur throughout the night.
I can't help but feel that there's somebody walking right behind me. It's really, really creepy. And what we're going to do, we're going to walk through this area and we're going to go into the gymnasium, which is up here on the left. And we're going to have a look in there first, and then we're going to go upstairs and check out all the MRI scanners.
Welcome home. Here you can find your passion at a place with a tradition of discovery. The greatest discovery.
Okay, that was weird. My scanners.
Hold on, chat.
Okay, that was weird.
Okay. That's a little...
That door...
No. It's a little spectacle. Niggas would have been already out there.
That door has just closed.
Most definitely.
But there is absolutely no wind in here whatsoever. What the hell was that? Okay, that was really, really creepy. Okay, I'm going to get out of this area because that was actually really scary. I don't know what that was.
Despite being visibly shaken by the unexplained door movement, Colin continues his exploration, making his way to the famous spiral staircase, one of his favorite parts of the hospital. Here, he shares some of the tragic story.
And like I said before, there is a very sad story to a nurse who actually committed suicide here. Her name was Mary. And after the death of a child that she was caring for, and she jumped from the top and sadly passed away here.
After exploring the staircase, Colin enters a room with a red chair and floral curtains. He notices something strange about the curtains. They're moving despite there being no wind or open windows.
That's really bizarre because there's not even a window open here. Why is that curtain moving? Okay, don't think about it too much, because like I said, I am here on my own.
Trying to maintain his composure, Colin continues to the basement of the hospital. As he explores the basement areas, Colin suddenly freezes as he hears an unexplained noise.
Let's go down this way. The fuck was that? It's a pigeon. Oh yeah, probably was coming through that window. There's no wind today, but it is really, really raining hard out there now. Oh, there's always a creepy chair in the basement. Why?
As Colin continues to explore deeper into the basement, he shows a particularly gruesome discovery, a preserved liver in a clear container, allegedly a remnant from the hospital's former medical museum. But moments later, the noise returns, more distinct this time, causing Colin to quickly leave the area. As he makes his way back upstairs to the scanning rooms, Colin experiences something that visibly frightens him.
Still crazy to think that all of this stuff is in here, all the paperwork. Oh my God, what the hell was that? It felt like I bumped into someone, but there's no one there. Whoa, okay, freak out. Whew, okay. It felt like I bumped into someone, but there's nobody there. So I feel like I want to check every room now just to make sure there's no one in here, because that was really weird.
Are you a Roblox fanatic? Microsoft Rewards has a brand new way for you to earn digital gift cards for...
Hello? Okay. That was weird. Why do I do this to myself? Supporting the rhino. That sounded like footsteps. That really sounded like footsteps. Like that, what I'm doing now, that's exactly what I just heard. I'm sure I just heard that. Is it that one? Yes. What the fuck was that?
This nigga's not running, bro.
Okay.
He's not phased at all.
That's weird. That was really,
Maybe
really,
he got a
really
weapon or
weird.
something, bro.
The psychological toll of these recurring footsteps is evident as Colin begins checking every room. The weight of being alone in this massive abandoned hospital, potentially with something or someone unseen, is clearly consume him. After investigating and finding no source, he presses on. But the most chilling moment of Colin's exploration occurs when he reaches a particular hallway, the same one where he previously captured what appeared to be the image of a little girl in photographs.
Basically what happened is, and I said it in my last video, I was taking some pictures about here of me standing there with a GoPro on my head looking towards the camera this way. You could quite distinctively see what looks like a little girl stood around about here, like there somewhere. If you look closely, it almost looks like she's turned around and she's turned her head looking towards me. Now those pictures have not been messed around with. That is pure as you can get, and I know that's real for 100% fact. That is real. It might be shadows, I don't know, but it looks too much like a little girl to me. Well, I think this is the way out here.
That's a spirit for sure.
Right, I don't know if you heard that then, but that fucking sounded like... Hello?
He keep approaching the
This
sound.
is absolute...
Why do he keep approaching strange sounds? My nigga, the whole instinct of it is to go away from him. He's over here, hello? Who's there? No. That's... You gonna get popped. You gonna and you gonna be mad that you in the gulag, my nigga. It's gonna be G's for you. That's all I gotta say.
Bullshit, there is no way I just fucking heard that. I'm sorry I'm swearing, guys, but I do swear when I get scared.
What happens next is perhaps the most terrifying moment of the entire Colin's exploration.
Ooh, stop breathing like that.
Fucking hell, it sounded like a little girl. I don't know what it was, I don't know. It sounded like a little girl. Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Fuck!
Get up out of there. No way.
Oh, fuck! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? There's no way that has just happened. There is no way. That is... Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. What the hell? What the hell? Right, you've just seen that with your own eyes. I have not touched that. There is nobody else here. What the fuck was that? How the hell did that happen? Okay, that was really, really scary. I didn't like that.
As Colin enters a room, the door behind him is clearly open. But within seconds of him stepping inside, the door violently slams shut on its own with tremendous force, as if pushed by an unseen entity. Visibly terrified, Colin immediately rushes out of the room, only to encounter yet another door moving on its own. The paranormal is out of the room, only to encounter yet another door moving on its own. The paranormal activity escalates further when an object suddenly crashes to the floor, though the source remains invisible to both Colin and the camera. These rapid-fire supernatural occurrences leave Colin in a state of absolute panic, frantically questioning what he's witnessing while desperately trying to make sense of the inexplicable events around him. Thoroughly terrified by this point, Colin decides it's time to leave the hospital. But as he makes his way toward the exit, that's when he encounters something that sent him running out of the building.
Oh yeah.
But now, it is completely stripped. Every single room is just gone. I think that's a dead end up. Is that a dead end? No, that's a dead end up there. We go...
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform.
Fuck that! What the fuck was that? What the fuck? Hang on. Whoa.
Run.
What the fuck is going on? It sounds like loads of people fucking running. What the fuck is going on? There's no way that just happened.
He went to
There's no way. There is fucking no way that just happened. There's no one fucking in there. There's no way anyone could have been in there. Okay, I am fucking getting out of here. Fuck that. I'm gone. Oh God. I'm going.
Did you notice it? If not, here's what actually happened. As Colin investigates another area of the hospital, he spots a cupboard with its door completely shut. He briefly looks away, and just seconds later, the door is now mysteriously open, though no one else is present to have opened it. This inexplicable change sends Colin into immediate panic, causing him to flee the area in terror. However, driven by a mix of fear and curiosity, he cautiously returns to investigate the phenomenon further, only to discover that the cupboard door has inexplicably closed itself again, returning to its original position exactly as he had first seen it. This rapid, unexplained movement of objects without human intervention, combined with the strange sounds of what Colin describes as people fighting, becomes the final supernatural encounter that convinces him to abandon his exploration entirely. Colin finally makes it back safely to his car, visibly shaken and emotional from his experience inside this abandoned hospital. Whether Colin
Man, Colin, I don't know how your big-headed ass even survived this. You just going towards the danger.
Encountered these spirits or something else entirely remains a mystery. But one thing is certain. His solo nighttime exploration of this abandoned hospital resulted in unexplained phenomena that left him terrified and vowing never to return. As the Royal Hospital Haslar slowly deteriorates, awaiting potential redevelopment, it continues to stand as a silent witness to centuries of suffering, healing, and perhaps the lingering presence of those who never left. In April of 2021, two Canadian YouTubers named Jordan and Johnny uploaded a chilling video titled Paranormal Activity at Sinister Farm to their channel Paranormies. Their channel is known for exploring haunted locations around the world. In this particular video, Jordan and Johnny investigate an abandoned farmhouse in a remote part of Steinbach, Canada. According to them, a couple from their area had messaged them about this creepy house. Built after World War II, the farm has been linked with numerous paranormal activities over the years. The history of this location is particularly disturbing. Locals claim the original farmer would leave every night and return in the morning. Tragically, one day he left and never returned. Over the past 80 years, multiple farmers have owned the property, but none remained longer than 2 years. The couple who contacted our explorers reported a terrifying experience while staying in the top floor bedroom. They heard distinct voices, and when they looked toward the window, they saw someone peeking in at them, despite being on the second floor. This impossible sighting led them to abandon the farm immediately and reach out to Jordan and Johnny to investigate. The duo arrived at the farm in the middle of the night. They began by exploring the surrounding area, searching for an entrance to the farmhouse. And then, this happens.
So it's got to be that window?
It'd be that window, barn. Shine the light back here. Yo, Johnny.
What?
Yeah, there's a barn back there. Oh, I can't really see it on my camera.
Yo, Johnny. Yeah.
So yeah, it would have been that window. She saw the figure creeping in.
If you look closely at the footage captured during this moment, a hand can briefly be seen reaching out from the second floor window before quickly pulling back inside. This chilling detail, captured on camera but completely missed by the investigators, confirms that something was indeed present in the very window where the couple had reported seeing a face peering in at them years before. Unaware of what their camera had captured, the duo continued their exploration. After finding the main entrance deadbolted and broken, they're forced to climb through a window to access the house. Inside, they begin setting up their equipment.
Is anybody in here? It's a yep.
Is that you who made that noise?
That
Can you use
nigga
the next
immediately
one?
got
Say yes?
attention.
Man,
He
that
must
freaked
want to
me
talk
out.
for real.
Oh, there was yes. I just heard it.
Yes?
There was a yes. Who are you?
Demon.
Rebuke that. Yeah. Rebuke that. Yeah, rebuke that in the name of Jesus. Nigga talking about demon.
From...
Hold on, my fault. Had to just show that. Where was that? Right there, he said.
It's a yep.
Why can't you stay organized? I've experienced this myself, and it's called chronic impulse control, where you prioritize short.
I don't want to hear that right
Is that you who made that noise? Can you use the necrophonic? Say yes.
Man, that freaked me out.
Oh, there was yes. I just heard it.
Yes?
There was a yes. Who are you?
Demon? That's a clear demon.
Yeah, I heard that too.
After this short session with necrophonic device, they went upstairs to investigate further, but they didn't notice the hand or any other sign of paranormal activity. Then, the duo decided to go back down.
What?
I heard something footsteps.
There it is.
That's definitely a knock.
Can you knock again if that was you? There it is. I'm gonna go check. Hang on. Oh man, it's so freaky.
That would have been a clean jump scare. I would have had to get off. Clean
Nothing.
jump scare.
After hearing the mysterious knocks, the investigators searched the house but found nothing that could explain the sounds. Determined to communicate with whatever presence might be there, they decided to conduct a sensory deprivation test. With Jordan sitting in a small bathroom while Johnny asks questions to whatever entity might be present. During this time, something chilling happens.
Is there something that we can...
Why are you here?
We're here just to talk to you.
Nah, nigga don't want to talk. See?
Johnny.
Hold on.
Did you hear that? What was that?
I heard something.
It was this light bulb, dude.
What light bulb?
Look. Oh my god.
That wasn't already there?
No. Was that you that did that? Go back in, go back in. I want to see if we can get something off this. Are you the one that knocked that light bulb down?
Ha ha ha.
Is this a joke to you?
Me. Window. Ha ha ha.
Jordan.
Huh?
I feel like there's something like pulling on my shirt. It keeps pulling on my shirt.
Dude, that's fucked up.
Shortly after, they hear a loud crash. Investigating, they discover a light bulb has mysteriously fallen on its own. Unable to find a logical explanation, they decided to try another method of communication, table tipping. They placed a table in the middle of the room and began asking questions, hoping to establish contact with whatever entity might be present. And that's when things take a terrifying turn.
Okay, here, take this camera. And I'll grab this camera. And then let's
Table tipping.
Yeah, I kinda wanna just show.
Is that what it's called?
It's called table tipping, yeah.
It is? Okay. I didn't know if it had like an official name or something.
Okay, yeah, so I kind of want to set up a camera in that corner there, and I want to set up a camera either in this corner or... Stop, stop. Jordan.
Dude, what was that?
Whoa. Yeah, instant replay.
Stop.
See, they playing too much. They playing too much.
Dude, what was that?
They playing too much. We would have had to exercise everything. Everything would have had to be, am I saying that right?
What?
Exercise? Exorcist?
Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan.
What?
I think I'm saying that right.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Before they can even begin the experiment properly, the table violently flips over on its own. What makes this encounter even more disturbing is that just moments before the table moved, the sound of footsteps could be heard running down the stairs.
Stop. Jordan.
The timing of the footsteps suggests that whatever came down those stairs was responsible for the violent movement of the table. Retreating upstairs for safety, they continue to hear unexplained noises throughout the house. Objects seemingly being knocked off counters and dragged across floors. Despite their fear, they decide to continue their investigation using an SLS camera, which maps figures similar to how an Xbox Kinect works. What they capture next is truly disturbing.
Oh, whoa, look. Something in the window.
There's something in the window?
Right where the table flipped. Two, there was another one. If that's you, can you make a noise? And it doesn't make sense why this would be pulling something from the window.
Hey, that nigga's
If anything,
twerking,
it would
bro.
go on the window frame, not in the middle of the
What
window.
you got going on, bro?
And now it's gone by the window. So why is that? Can you let us know where you are by making a noise? Oh, right for a second, right by the window where she saw that thing?
Yeah, you saw it.
Yeah. It's sitting right where, kind of how we were sitting before, right against the wall. Look at this.
At one point, the camera detects a stick figure-like entity by the second-floor window. This detail is particularly alarming given that this is the same window where the couple had reported seeing a face, and where the mysterious hand had reached out earlier during their investigation. After this bizarre encounter, they decide to leave the house and investigate the barn, where they experience more unexplained phenomena. But what happened next was far more violent than they could have anticipated.
Think Capital isn't your typical prop firm. We're backed by Think Markets, giving you the power and security of a top-tier broker.
We don't want to hear that.
Can you tell us if Necrophonic is real? And if it is, we want to know, did you flip that table? Is Necrophonic real? So it sounded like it said... What was that? Like I said... What was that? That's what that was.
You throw a box, you say yes if you do the box. You make something else move. Oh my god!
What is that?
Michael, what's in this one?
As the explorers watched in disbelief, a bottle was thrown across the barn, followed by a box that was flung with considerable force. They immediately investigated but found nothing that could have caused these objects to move so violently. After this final frightening encounter, Jordan and Johnny had seen enough. They ended their investigation and fled the property. What's particularly chilling about this investigation is the progression of events. The entity seemed to increase the intensity of its manifestations when the explorers refused to leave. First came the strange noises and bangs, which startled them but didn't drive them away. Then the violent table movement, which frightened them but still didn't make them leave the property. Finally, the thrown objects in the barn became the last straw. The hand reaching from the window adds another disturbing layer to this investigation. It confirms the couple's story about seeing someone peeking in at them from an impossible height. Whether what Jordan and Johnny encountered that night was truly paranormal or an elaborate hoax remains unverified. The footage is compelling, but as with all paranormal investigations, definitive proof remains elusive. The question remains, what would you do if you encountered such phenomena? Would you flee at the first sign of the paranormal, or would you, like Jordan and Johnny, stay long enough to witness something truly sinister? This right here are two YouTubers named Chris and Meg, who in March of 2022 uploaded a video titled, "We Never Expected This to Happen," on their channel, Back in Time MC. Their channels specialize in exploring abandoned properties across the UK. On this particular day, they set out to explore what appeared to be an abandoned farmhouse. From the outside, the property showed all the telltale signs of abandonment: deteriorating walls, broken windows, and an overall state of disrepair that suggested no one had lived there for years. Little did they know their routine exploration would lead to one of the most shocking discoveries in urban exploration.
Obviously some birds have managed to get in here. And you'll see that it's all starting to peel. God, it does stink in here. Doesn't look like there's much in this one. There are still clothes in here though. As you'll see that. Look on top of here, looks like got shotgun shells. Crazy. I think probably the most impressive thing I like is that bed. That's still made up. Sort of secret stairs part down there. Wow, this is just full of clothes. Yeah. What I love in this room is that. Oh, wow. That is an old photo. Oh my God, this one's a bit different.
As they continued exploring, they discovered more concerning details. Shotgun shells on a dresser, clothes still hanging in closets, and family photographs on the walls. Despite these personal items, the extreme state of decay, with wallpaper peeling off in sheets and dead birds throughout the house, convinced them the property had been long abandoned. After exploring several rooms, Chris and Meg entered what appeared to be a bedroom with brown sheets and a walker positioned nearby. The presence of the walker suggested an elderly person might have once lived there, but the overall condition of the house made it seem impossible that anyone could still be residing there. And that's when Chris and Meg discover something truly heartbreaking.
Have you ever wondered how the world's currencies are traded? The foreign exchange market, also known as the forex.
And wow. What an absolute beauty this place is.
Who that?
A bit better on there, but look at that
Who's
bed.
sleeping?
So look, it's still got the old bag. That's what the old people use these days, don't they? Get all their shopping in. Look in that wardrobe.
I'll just leave in front of you. Can I help you?
Oh my God! Fucking hell! You're alive!
You are?
Fucking hell, man!
You live in here. You can't live in here. Yeah? You
No!
can't. We can't.
We thought it was abandoned. We thought it was abandoned.
You can't live in here.
Whoa!
Alive!
She lives here?
And then, look in that wardrobe.
I'll just leave in front of you. Can I help you?
Oh my God! Fucking hell! You're alive!
You are?
Fucking hell, man!
You live in here. You can't live in here. Yeah? You
No!
can't. We can't.
We thought it was abandoned. We thought it was abandoned.
You can't live in here. Yeah.
Holy shit! Are you okay? We thought.
How did you get in?
There's a window that's open downstairs.
Window open? Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just an open window.
Oh no!
Oh, these niggas is home invade someone's house.
Do you not think it's a bit?
It is, yeah.
You not got family?
No.
Oh God,
That's just how
I'm
she
sorry,
lived,
we
bro.
didn't
Why y'all
realise
on her
because
like that?
of all the cobwebs and all the decay. We just assumed that it was abandoned.
That's fucked up.
How do you eat food?
Yeah.
Do you eat food?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you not hear us in the other?
Hey, this bitch speak English, bro? You ain't about to keep saying yeah and not answer what I just said.
room?
No, which room we in?
We're just having a look around.
Yeah. Have you got clean clothes and everything?
Oh yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So sorry.
You cap.
Sorry, we didn't.
What's your name anyway?
Again.
Cap.
Jane.
I bet she
Well,
got
sorry, I
socks
didn't
on
realise
while
anybody
sleeping,
was
my
living
nigga.
here.
Because
Oh, did I
don't
frighten
know,
you when you thought why
can't-
people
I
in
can't
here?
step on the floor.
Yeah, I heard voices and I thought actually somebody were mending windows or something.
Oh, no.
I thought I was dreaming for a minute.
Oh.
Is there anything that we can get you? Like, anything?
A nightmare.
Do you need anything?
A nightmare.
What happened was
my
I
nigga.
came here to help somebody, and this is only for a week I'm coming.
Yeah.
And that was 1993.
Wow, so you've been here nearly 30 years.
Yeah.
After the initial shock, Chris and Meg's concern for Jane's
been
welfare
pop-locking,
became evident.
dropping it, bitch,
They offered
in
to
there
fix
for
the
30
broken
years.
window they had entered through and asked if she needed any supplies or assistance. Despite the horrific living conditions, Jane insisted she had food, clothes, and access to basic necessities. Before leaving, Chris and Meg promised to return with supplies. Their follow-up research revealed that adult social services knew about Jane, and she reportedly had a husband who checked on her regularly.
Okay. Yo, we might watch something else though. I'm thinking about something like it gotta be something scary though. It always gotta be something scary. Gotta play some scary games. Matter of fact, I'm about to look for some more just because of that. Just because of that, yeah. Just because of that. BRB, wait a minute. I gotta set up my mix. Yeah.
This may be the last ad you ever see. Because with the free
I
ad block
wish.
extension
Shit.
from Capital
Get
One
off my
Shopping,
screen. That shit was too loud. But I'm just saying though, that shit wasn't really scary though. Ugh, that nigga's nasty, bruh. That's nasty. But like I said, that shit wasn't really scary for real. That shit was like, it was just motherfuckers doing dumb shit, bro. Going into abandoned buildings and shit. Of course a nigga gonna run into some bullshit if you in a place you're not supposed to be at, bro. It's common sense. We on that? They talking about give me nightmares. Who on that? Who? Casper the Ghost. You give Casper the Ghost nightmares before me.
University makes it possible.
Come on. I'm 1 out of 10 y'all school.
Okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, it's this dope tech from Wix.
Yeah, buddy. No promos.
Now this whole flow is a conversation, so your words actually build your website.
How about I say? All right. Let me get ready. All right. Let me lock in. Hold on. All right.
Late one night, Sarah Vargas is relaxing at home in the apartment that she shares with her dad in Colombia. Suddenly, she hears something from the apartment next door that is truly bizarre.
Niggas speak Spanish? Hold on. Maybe I know some of that. Hold on. Esta en el baño. Cadu. Yeah. Well, just call the cops. That's police? Ooh. If you're seeing motherfuckers saying he's beating her, he's killing her, and your first thing to do is to knock on the door. My nigga, give me your badge. Give me your badge now. You don't need it no more. You don't. Just give me your badge.
Disturbing, desperate screams can be heard coming from her neighbor's apartment. Shocked witnesses on the street are quick to call police, worried that it might be a case of domestic violence. But then the story takes a very strange turn, because the policeman asked people down on the street for rosary beads, an object often used in Catholic prayer. And then, oddly, police call in a Catholic nun for support.
Siguieron, obviamente, como que llamaron a alguien, llamaron a una monja para que les ayudara.
Because you see, all of this noise is actually coming from an exorcism that is taking place right next door. Sarah discovers that two girls were playing around with the Ouija board when suddenly one of the...
Where is your parents? Where is your parents in that moment? If I saw my kids, bro, if I saw one of my little niggas messing with a board that say Ouija on it, immediately give me your game. Give me your game. Give me the board. Go to bed. Unless you really want an ass whooping. Because he would have got an ass whooping if he brung a ghost in my house. Then it would have been OV over wit. But I'm just saying, yeah, give me your game. Give me your phone. Your phone.
girls becomes very violent and starts vomiting up some kind of dark matter, almost like dirt.
La chica empezó como a vomitar tierra, como vomitar oscuro.
The family believes that the girl might be possessed by an evil entity, and apparently the police agreed. Sarah says that the screaming went on all through the night, eventually getting quieter in the early morning hours until it finally stopped. Now, without other eyewitness reports, it's hard to say exactly what happened here, but the desperate screams coming from that apartment are absolutely chilling.
Young nigga. What? Get.
Amsterdam. Jennifer Lee is an American woman who lives in the city of Amsterdam in the Netherlands. One day, a couple of weeks ago, she was recording a cute Halloween photo shoot with her rescue dog Maggie in a large Amsterdam public park. But suddenly, something happens that spooks both Jennifer and her dog.
You're gonna make the best dirty ghost? You're gonna make the best dirty ghost? Whoa. Oh my god.
See, keep your dog sense spirits, bro.
Holy shit.
Run.
You okay?
Bro. If niggas scream in my direction, bro, automatic invitation to say, bro, you gotta go.
Are you okay?
No way.
Alles gut?
What was supposed to be a fun little photo for Halloween turns into a living nightmare when Jennifer hears loud screaming and yelling coming from somewhere in or near the large park.
You're gonna make the best dirty ghost? Whoa.
Jennifer says that she searched the area for the source of the bizarre wailing, worried that someone might be in trouble or experiencing a mental health crisis. She even contacted local police.
So my first reaction.
Curtains.
Chat. My fault.
Halloween turns into a living nightmare when Jennifer hears loud screaming and yelling coming from somewhere in or near the large park.
You're gonna make the best dirty ghost? Whoa.
Jennifer says that she searched the area for the source of the bizarre wailing, worried that someone might be in trouble or experiencing a mental health crisis. She even contacted local police.
So my first reaction when I hear someone screaming like that is I want to go to help them. And additionally, I used to be an EMT. So like when I hear someone screaming like that, I want to help if I'm able to. So logically, I understand that everyone was like, you should leave. I would have left. But also like, I don't know, it makes me wonder if that was me screaming in the woods, would anyone have come for me? No one else stopped.
Not at all.
Unfortunately, no one was found. So the creepy screaming remains a mystery to this day.
Do you need a free and easy way to capture your gameplay? Introducing Outplayed.
Yeah, bro.
Record anything on your PC.
No.
The White Lichen Bothy. If you hike an hour into the remote countryside of Scotland, you can find the old 18th century White Lagan Bothy, a mountain cabin that's free to use for travelers. The creepy old cabin has no electricity, no running water, and perhaps most disturbing of all, there are no locks on any of the doors. Over the years, hundreds of travelers have visited the White Lagan Bothy, and many of these visitors claim to have had strange, unexplained experiences while staying there. A few outdoor and travel YouTube channels have visited the White Lagan Bothy as well, and most have experienced at least something a little weird while staying there.
I'm really quite scared of it staying here, to be honest. I'm sure it'll be fine.
I thought she was lying.
I'm sure it really will be fine.
Again, let me stress that all of the following videos were recorded by travel and outdoor channels. None of these people are ghost hunters, and in fact, every one of these YouTubers say they don't even believe in ghosts at all.
I mean, I don't particularly believe in ghosts, neither does mine.
But they also can't explain what they experienced at the White Lagan Bothy.
Today, I'm going to be staying in a bothy in Scotland for the first ever time.
First up, seasoned solo traveler Ruth Asling spent a night in the old Scottish cabin, and she found it a bit unnerving.
So, I don't know why I'm feeling a little bit anxious, because I've stayed in a camper van so many times in different countries. I feel like
so many times in
here
different
it's
countries.
just so remote, and to get away, you have to hike over 1 hour to get back to the camper van. So maybe that's why. And also there's no locks. So on my camper van, I always lock the doors.
Y'all see the
maybe
brand?
that's also why.
She got Under Armour.
I don't know. Oh God. I'm hearing some strange noises. I don't know if it's maybe a mouse or it's the chimney. It feels really weird without curtains, because I feel like someone could be standing outside and looking in the window. I don't know, I feel really scared. I don't know why. I just feel really nervous.
Ruth stays the full night at the cabin, but she doesn't exactly get a restful sleep.
Last night I was a bit scared. There were some strange noises and I had some earplugs with me, so I put them in to block out the strange noises.
You gotta be aware of all your surroundings. No fucking
God, I'm still hearing weird noises.
Throughout the night, while completely alone, Ruth keeps hearing bizarre noises that creep her out. And oddly, she decides to just ignore the strange sounds and put in earplugs, which kinda seems like a bad idea when you're staying all alone in a cabin in the middle of nowhere and there are no locks on the doors. But to each their own.
Bye-bye, Bobby.
Yeah.
Unlock the world's largest, most liquid financial market with Forex.
Next up, a camper that goes by the name Happy Hippie, who says that he does not believe in ghosts or the paranormal, has a similar creepy experience.
I've set up my bed for the night. Gonna get the fire on when it gets darker. This will probably be me for most of the night now. I just get my music on, enjoy this beautiful fire, then get back outside tomorrow in my hammock. I got one of them water filter straws, and it comes with 2 little bags as well, so you can attach the straw to that. But I've not got to use. Maybe this is the guests. There was no one there. I don't know if that's just the people.
You gotta stay away from my vicinity, bro. No way you're so unbothered with sounds going on, my nigga. And you're the only person. You seem spiritual, but I think you in a different aspect. I'm not sure. You different.
With me or something, I don't know if that's something they do. But I don't think it would be that family if it was just a dad and his daughter and son. Oh well, we'll see. It was just knocking on the door again, and then I went out, but there was no one there, so I don't know what's going on, but I've heard of any haunted bobbies or anything. I've never had weird shit.
Scared, see?
Just wanted a nice little bobby night. If you've watched all my videos before, you know I don't do like this.
Bro, why would you open it, bro? Where's your flashlight?
This is gonna be a fun night.
I thought something was about to happen.
And they're walking around in the other room, and then I go in there, and it just stops.
That's a candle.
Maybe I just put my music on really loud and forget about it. Cameraman never dies, right?
The happy hippie spends the night in the cabin, but the next day, he still can't explain just what happened.
Good morning. Had a bit of an experience last night. Couldn't really explain what was happening next door with the noises, but I'm not really a believer in ghosts myself. It was a bit creepy, but I'm more of an alien guy. But if you are into ghosts and all that paranormal stuff, these are not the videos for you, because this is not what I do. This is not what I'm about. I'm just a happy hippie, hiking, living in nature, loving the world. I never have anything like this happen to me, so...
So now this next video is by far the creepiest footage ever recorded in the White Lagoon Bothy.
We're at a place called White Lagoon Bothy.
It was shot by Ben and Martin from the YouTube channels Adventure Outdoors and What's Not to Hike.
So we're in the Bothy. There's nobody else here.
The two men travel to the White Lagoon Bothy together, and they experience something that is truly terrifying.
Found the Bothy book. You can put my glasses on now, just blind as a bat. So this is popular, quite a popular Bothy by the looks of it. Someone actually stayed last night. It was nice and tidy when we came in. So plaudits to whoever stayed here last night. Well done. Absolutely spotless. Whoa. Hold on a minute.
Oh yeah, on that.
I'm out. I'm out of here. No.
I'm out.
It's getting late when a door suddenly slams shut all on its own.
That was totally weird. The door just started to move on its own.
Well, I would have been
and then
moving
it just
10 times speed.
Pretty much slammed shut.
Extending every leg.
I mean, Marty's out there. I don't really want to come back in. He's in bits. That was just the weirdest thing, wasn't it?
Now the two friends are both skeptics, but they are still a little unnerved by what
Franklin University makes it possible.
Imagine being able to build anything, for any reason, in any style.
Just happened.
But that was terrifying, and I don't even swear. I'm swearing, but I don't. But that was genuinely.
Oh yeah, he terrified. He's stuttering.
Terrifying. I shot myself when it slammed. I just wanted out of here. There's something really, because I say it doesn't feel creepy. It doesn't feel like you're in the presence or anything. As I say, we don't really believe that stuff. There might be, stuff we can't explain, whatever. But we just don't believe in the whole ghosty, spooks in the night kind of thing. Just don't. But that was genuinely terrifying, and I'm going to keep that door. I'm keeping it closed.
Little do they know that things are about to get even weirder.
Well, folks, it's probably about 10 minutes after our ordeal with the spooky door closing over there, and we're trying to rationalise it. I mean, I don't particularly believe in ghosts, and neither does Martin. So we're kind of thinking that it might have been just like the backdraft of the wind. I mean, there's a storm going on outside, so yeah. But I still don't believe it was the wind. But it's only when the wind's blowing that strong outside, and there's no. It's the only rational explanation, even though. Nah, I'm not even looking at that. No, I'm not looking at it. It's moving, right? I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. This can't be right. I'm not. It's black in here as well.
It's blasphemy. What they say? It's blasphemy.
So there's a chair over there, and it just started to move, which is. No way, I'm not even. No. It's bonkers. I'm not having any part of this. That is moving. It is moving, that chair is moving. Just leave it. Oh, Christ. Oh, well, I'm gonna drink some more wine, I think. Christ. No, that's poltergeist shit. All that is like, that's poltergeist stuff. It's not, that's not ghosty. That's like evil spirit stuff.
Chair sitting in the corner of the room inexplicably starts to slide across the floor on its own. And these two diehard skeptics suddenly begin to wonder if they might be dealing with some sort of paranormal entity. But now a little nervous, they finish out their night's stay in the other room and head out the next day. Now I want to point out again that the White Lagan Bothy has never been investigated by any ghost hunting team or ghost hunting YouTube channel. All of the footage shown here today was captured by outdoor explorers and campers that have never posted any video related to the paranormal before these clips. So is the White Lagan Bothy haunted? And would you dare to spend a night there? Let me know. It's cold outside, but you can keep warm in some all-new Nuke Stop 5 merch. Now, of course, we have t-shirts, hoodies. A neighborhood in Buenos Aires, Argentina, when suddenly they notice something very odd in the house across the street.
Oh, he whining. Yeah, it's time to go. Once I know my shit. Once I know my dog crying and shit. What they saying? Ugh. Tell his ass to sit down. You doing too much. All that damn running.
No es normal eso. No. Ahí paró.
Bro, who badass kid is that, bro? Tell them to sit down. Come on, bro. Child ass, bro.
Something that looks like a person appears to quickly move back and forth across a room on the second floor. The mysterious figure seems to move at an inhuman speed and quickly changes direction. It seems to move without effort, almost as if it is floating past the window.
Why are you watching? Mind your business.
Sí, porque no hay que subir.
You know what that is. Mind your business.
The family dog is very anxious and pants as the family watches the window, trying to figure out just what it is that they're seeing. So what do you think this is, moving back and forth at such a fast speed? Let me know.
Scooby-Doo transition. I don't play this game.
Watcher. German urban explorer Toby from the YouTube channel Unknown Worlds is traveling through Sweden when he finds an old abandoned house in the middle of the woods.
Jeez.
It's getting late, but Toby decides to investigate the creepy old house. It did not go well.
That shit low-key hard. What are you doing? Never mind. Never mind. It's creepy. I don't like it. What? No way you're trusting a app for ghosts.
Is somebody in here? Do you speak English? Jag talar inte svenska.
Ew.
Oh my god.
Look at those mice. Why this nigga think
from the
Wait, no, go back. I'm sorry. But why did he think he found something so important?
Oh my god. Jag talar inte svenska. Oh my God.
He said, "Oh my God." Yeah, it's a mouse. Leave that bitch alone. Like what? Why he would go? Jump down there.
Ach du Scheiße. Ach du Scheiße. Oh mein Gott.
Hey, bro, where he from, bro? Is this how they react to like fear? He just got out of there so calmly. He checked for every step. He was very focused, bro. I would have been prancing, jumping, boy. What? Hey, nigga's different. He saw someone creeping in the corner. I'm gone. I see 1 foot. I'm gone. I don't gotta see his hand. All I gotta see is this nigga's shadow. I'm out of there. I'm skedaddling.
Oh mein Oh Scheiße. Oh mein Gott. Oh mein Gott. Das kann doch nur ein Mensch gewesen sein. Ach du Scheiße.
As Toby looks inside one of the bedrooms, he spots someone in his thermal imaging camera who is just staring right back at him. Understandably, Toby is freaked out. He just makes a run for it out of the house and drives away. Later, when Toby uploads his video to his YouTube channel, viewers point out that the creepy stranger might have been watching him even before he entered the house.
Wollen wir erstmal durch die Wärmebildkamera gucken, ob wir hier eventuell jetzt schon etwas sehen? So, ja. Das sieht jetzt natürlich nicht so vertrauenserweckend aus. Laut Wärmebildkamera ist es an den ganzen Öffnungen vom Haus sehr viel wärmer als draußen. Zumindest laut den Farben. Gucken wir jetzt aber mal explizit, sehen wir, an den Kaltstellen sind es 7 Grad und an den warmen sind es 9. Das heißt, es könnte eventuell auch ein Trugschluss sein. Ich werde jetzt hier erstmal gucken.
Now, I think it's safe to say that going into an abandoned house all by yourself is always a bad idea. Not because of ghosts, but because of something scarier and much more dangerous. Real people who might be inside and who really don't want you there. Thankfully, Toby made it home safe, but this disturbing situation could have turned out much worse.
We are not a traditional cafe. We're completely unconventional, and my Wix website really has to capture the same magic.
Play dead. Trent Williams is away on a trip with a friend and staying at an old Airbnb cabin on Skaneateles Lake in upstate New York. Once they arrive, the two friends realize that the cabin has a pretty dark history.
Okay, I usually do not, or I never have believed in like haunted stuff, okay? But I'm out at Skaneateles Lake, the Fingers Lakes in upstate New York. And the Airbnb I'm staying at, the guy did say, just FYI, we do have people say that they hear a piano play at night. And I thought it was bullshit. And I swear to God, I've heard it. It plays. There's a walk over here. So in case I die, I have a documentation of it, okay? It's an old house. It's on a beautiful lake, though. But I did find out the daughter, the guy who owns the place, daughter died in a car wreck. And her ashes are on the piano. God, I get chills. But that's the piano.
That's nasty.
And it plays at night, and it freaks me out. I have chill bumps just being in this room. I do not get a good vibe.
With a creepy story like that, it's no wonder that the two guys get a little bit freaked out when late at night, they start to hear random keys playing on the piano in the living room.
Yeah, I can't do this shit. It's so scary.
No, you go in there with me.
Yes. You have to go first.
Just stay behind me, you. It keeps playing, I swear. No, dude, I'm not going up in that. It's this piano. I swear to God, it is. No, dude, you got me fucked up. If I die, I swear, I will.
Yo, y'all so unserious.
Dude, no.
Now, when you first watch the video, you might think, oh well, no big deal, that could easily be faked. But here is what makes this video so compelling.
Okay.
Because you see, when you look closely, the played piano key is actually pressed down by something. Now, this is not to say that this footage is quote-unquote proof of the paranormal, but it does make this video much harder to fake. So could this creepy Airbnb cabin be haunted by the spirit of the owner's daughter? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
She could have played some, bro. Why she got to touch that?
Dude, no.
Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. Rude Awakening. A Nukes Top 5 viewer who wishes to remain anonymous is hanging out at her friend's house. The girls are freaked out when they notice something very odd. A few plastic packages of candle melt suddenly seem to be moving on their own. One of the girls quickly whips out her camera and tries to record the strange activity, but then it just stops. However, the girl keeps recording as they, impolitely, try to convince whatever spirit might be present to continue moving the packages. And then this happens.
So let's just continue talking and then hopefully. What do you guys want? I don't know. Now it's not gonna do it. For real?
No, you don't know that.
What are you gonna do?
Alex.
When they gently try to convince their quote-unquote poltergeist to move the plastic containers, it doesn't work. So one of the girls turns into a god potty mouth, and the ghosts don't like it.
That's not gonna do it.
For real? No, you don't know that.
What are you gonna do?
Alex.
Now, just like these girls, if you caught something weird on camera, send it to me at nukestop5@gmail.com.
Yo, low-key, I think
Looking for a broker that can match your drive and ambition? Don't settle for
Reflections. An elderly man with no living relatives was living alone in an old apartment building somewhere in Japan. A few months ago, the man, who we'll call Mr. A, suddenly began to exhibit very strange behavior, complaining to his landlord that there was, quote, a strange woman in his home trying to take his life. The landlord was worried about Mr. A's mental health and advised him to go see a doctor. But instead, Mr. A vowed that he would collect proof that what he was experiencing was very real. Not long after, Mr. A tragically took his own life. So, Mr. A's landlord inspects his apartment and finds several videotapes recorded on a very old camera. Out of curiosity, he watches the tapes, and what he sees chills him to his core. This terrifying footage was recorded one day before Mr. A's death.
Don't jump scare, chill. Ew. See, that's nasty.
A bizarre, distorted figure can be seen in the reflection of the dresser mirror. The paranormal team Omagatoki and paranormal investigator Hiro sets out on a solo overnight investigation into the allegedly haunted apartment. Eventually, Hiro finds the room that can be seen on the disturbing videotapes. The investigator finds the dresser seen in the old camera footage, but the mirror is gone. A few hours later, and Hiro finally finds the missing mirror. What happens next is downright creepy.
That's like you unleashing a demon. That's how you transition into another world, bro. Stop. What are you doing, bro? Niggas don't think. We got 60 days, nigga. It's G's. 7 days. 7 days. You do what? You don't even have a lot to get back. No, man. Yeah, don't look like no one.
As Hiro is cutting zip ties and carefully unwrapping the mirror, someone suddenly rings the apartment doorbell. And there's no one there. But, did you see it? Hiro is completely unaware that he's being watched as he's unpacking the mirror. And the figure watching him looks exactly like the disturbing entity from Mr. A's grainy home video. Hiro tries using Mr. A's old camera in an attempt to capture anything resembling what Mr. A recorded the day before his death.
Nasty.
What happens next is terrifying.
Ew, he's really walking like a demon. Bro, what is he doing? This nigga's doing rituals and shit, man.
Hiro finds another tape dumped in the trash. But again, did you see it? When slowed down for just a few frames of the footage, two little pale hands can be seen pressed against the floor right beside Hiro. Hiro finds another tape.
Ew!
Hiro finds another tape dumped in the trash.
Yeah, I saw that.
But again, did you see it? When slowed down for just a few frames of the footage, two little pale hands can be seen pressed against the floor right beside Hiro. He doesn't even notice and is still completely unaware of the entity that seems to be watching and following him. Hiro decides to watch the tape that he recovered from the trash, and it makes his blood run cold.
Ew, 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 ew. Okay, you got that, bruh. Oh, bruh, see, that's one thing I don't mess with, bruh. He got me with that, bruh. He got me, bruh. Okay, y'all won, bruh. That was nasty, bruh. Hold on. Damn, I was low-key almost done with that. I don't want to see
the tape that he
bro.
recovered from the trash, and it makes his blood run cold.
That was nasty, bro. was too nasty. I'm not looking at this.
Before the same weird distorted face can be seen peeking out at the very bottom of a doorway.
That's gross.
Creeped out by the footage, Hiro decides to leave. He thinks that he didn't capture any kind of proof that Mr. A's apartment is haunted. But when he reviews his footage later, he realizes that the entire time he was in the apartment, the same eerie entity was watching him. You can see this entire investigation over on the YouTube channel, Omagatoki Film. Scary moments. These next creepy videos are a little different from what I usually feature, because they are definitely scary videos and very entertaining in my opinion, but they are also just kind of silly. So, a man wakes up his grandpa after he hears the unsettling sound of someone whistling downstairs in their home.
This kitty two-shoe ass shit. Hey, bro. Yeah. We about to try a scary game. Cause low-key they got me, bro. They had me, bro. I ain't gonna fake it, bro. Them niggas had me, boy. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
This may be the last ad you ever see, because with the free ad block extension from Capital One Shopping, you can
With Asana, AI teammates can pull real-time data and help keep work on track, so every team can work smarter and faster. Asana, the #1 AI work management platform. Try for free today at asana.com.
Joy Boy.
With Asana, AI teammates can help level up your goals by connecting them to relevant projects, so every team knows their role in the bigger picture. Asana, the #1 AI work management platform. Try for free today at asana.com.
Hey, after this, bring some order. I'm fucking geeked up. Hey. Killing opponents, you getting a bonus. I try not to be high most of the time, but I said it. I'm banning the Tracy, I'm missing already. I'm only gonna treat you this way if you let me. She more like a boss, I get her a present. You tune turned up, can't come to the telly. I wake up late, drink syrup all night. In a new era, cause I'm geeked up Eddie. I miss walking, I hate new Quay. Got a few slugs I treat like family. Blow 100K, I was up 3 days. When I wake up, I'm still be happy. Hey. Two-faced slime, hope you fit your casket. I think they watching, she say I'm dramatic. I flew in the cuddly, I feel like Aladdin. I should respond to none of these niggas, but shit, what could happen? I'm dealing with rappers on Michigan Avenue. I missed the Neiman's, we thought we was richer, we went to the sacks. I'm dealing with millions, I'm dealing with people, I'm dealing with corporate, dealing with savage. I'm thinking about scoring drink in the next city. I'm trying to find a bank that got the most cash. I'm uptown with this shit like Slizzy. Well, LES, man, I can't go fast. Who got drink, you know who got plenty. Who got paper and who gon' crash. Hey, who got the paper and who gon' what else? Hey, killing opponents, you getting a bonus. I try not to be high most of the time, but I said it. Hey, I be trying to be high most of the time, but I said it. Hey. Killing opponents, you getting a bonus. I try not to be high most of the time, but I said it. I'm banning the Tracy, I'm missing already. I'm only gonna treat you this way if you let me. She more like a boss, I get up. Hey, more like a boss, I get up, crazy. Hey, killing opponents, you getting a bonus. I try not to be high most of the time, but I said it. Hey, I be trying to be hot most of the time, but I said it.
Target Circle Week's big deals are here. Target Circle members get 30% off select clothing for all, up to 40% off bedding and tech, and more. With deals this big, you're gonna need a bigger cart. Hurry! Target Circle Week deals end Saturday. Restrictions apply.
All right. Niggas on that.